Tips for young DJs would be patience, probably. Play the long game, don't rush into anything, and don't feel like you're having to do everything all at once. A bit of a veteran now in this scene, I guess, having touring for kind of nearly 20 years, I would say that patience is the key, you know, and have a kind of, it's not always easy because sometimes people pop off really, really quickly and things happen overnight, it almost seems. But just try and ride that wave consistently rather than too many spikes, because, you know, gradually walking up a hill is a lot more successful than, you know, jumping straight to the top and then falling back down the other side. You know? But they say, don't they, that anything that's an overnight success probably isn't an overnight success. It's been building up to that point, you know. But yeah, you've just got to be patient, which is hard because it feels like, especially with social media and people's attention spans, that everything is so reactive. Of if you don't catch people in 3-4 seconds, they're gone, you know. But yeah, I think overall patience is key with this industry.
I want y'all to think about something for a second. DJing is truly an act from God, right? We take our two hands and our imagination and we shift the vibe in the room. We create energy, and we're also making memories memorable for all the attenders in the party. That's something that should be held sacred. DJing is an act of selflessness. It's not always about how we feel, even though we have preferences, but it's about the people. So understand this: doctors heal the body, therapists heal the mind, but the DJ heals the spirit. And it's not about clout, it's about calling. And when God calls you to help people heal through sound, that's sacred. Don't take for granted. Peace.
Creatives, you should stop making content. In fact, you should stop making art for your peers, that is. They're not your assignment, and they're not your audience. You should make art for the people who love your art.
You ain't ready to put 5 years of grind into anything without making a quarter.
Right.
Don't even start. Sometimes it takes that long to get over the hump. They're not ready.
I think a lot of people go through this thing where if they share information, they're going to lose their business. They're going to lose their edge. Two things are true in this world. One, there's only one you, and nobody can do what you do, even if they try to copy you one for one. It's never the same. And then two, most people that you give information to won't actually take you up on your information. I could tell people right now how to start a business from scratch, all the pitfalls and all the things you should and you shouldn't do. And you know what? 2% will actually take my advice and use it. The rest of them either know better than me or are too lazy to make it happen.
Before it's time to spin, you've got to first cue it up.
I'm probably in your area too. Everybody who owns a laptop, they're a DJ. Everybody who owns a DSL camera, they're a photographer.
And what I'll do is put up blurbs so therefore you can see what I'm thinking about and why I chose that song. You can see the reaction of the kids. So you can kind of like get an idea of how to use it and what to expect.
Why do you want to charge for something that you have the knowledge of and these other DJs don't have the knowledge of? Share your knowledge, you know? Right. But DJing's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it is a lot of fun too, you know? I'm DJ Mikie Mike. I cover central, northeastern Pennsylvania, southeastern Pennsylvania, parts of New Jersey, parts of New York State.
And I'm Dwayne Dixon, the Hitman D-Dub from Cleveland, Ohio. And it's time to cue it up. Okay, what's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Cue It Up DJ podcast with me, the Hitman D Dub. And I'm not going to be by myself this time. Mike is coming. He's just running a little bit late, but we're joined by a DJ KJ, Jonathen. So I forgot to ask you, what did you have official DJ KJ name?
Yeah, DJ Radio.
All right, DJ Radio. So he's our special guest tonight. You can see him live sometimes on the KJ Chill Room, right? With Kevin.
Yes, on Mondays at 7 p.m.
Yep. So Kevin hooked us up. Told he was telling me about him, so I reached out to him and then to have him come on our show because he has a great website that I think that you might like. But before we get into that, I'd like to shout out DJ Cool Thing. He's here in the chat, and Buddy just showed up in the chat. But our podcast is a podcast for DJs of all skill levels to connect, learn, and grow. From pro tips to real talk, we are here to support and celebrate the DJ community. So in the last episode, we had talked about micro weddings and then how do you price your micro weddings. So basically the three takeaways would be, just because the guest size is reduced, that does not automatically mean that your workload is going to reduce to prepare for that event. Also, charge what you are worth and stand firm with your prices, because from what I'm gathering, they've been doing it, but I guess it's been a uptick in it, that people are looking for budget prices or budget DJs but they want the DJ to come and provide premium services for little or nothing. So make sure you stand firm with your prices so they don't talk you down. And then the last part is, micro weddings and smaller events do not equate to micro prices. So, because I was kind of like confused with all that, because there's something like that's the trending term, and I thought a wedding was a wedding no matter the number. But I guess after hearing a few stories, it's not so much people saying micro wedding, meaning yes, smaller numbers, but cheaper DJs. It's just, you just have to watch the lingo. Just like what I was telling the DJs, when you market yourself and then you promote yourself online, make sure if you're trying to be a higher tier DJ, be careful of what you put on your website, because sometimes unknowingly we put budget kind of terms in our marketing, and that's what attract those budget people looking for a budget DJ. Also referring to responding to posts, especially on Facebook. There are certain terms that even those posts will have that tells you that they're looking for a budget DJ or they're working within a budget. So just because they say it's a micro wedding, again, there's a lot of other stuff that's inside that post to tell you whether they're going to spend the money for their micro wedding or they're wanting a budget DJ, no matter what size the wedding is going to be anyway. And then Buddy was saying, have the right size sound system. That is also key. Exactly. And then Cool Thing had said, true that, Buddy. So tonight we're talking about Karaoverse, and it's a website that Jonathen created, or DJ Radio. I gotta get that in my head. I gotta make sure I write it down. DJ Radio created that I think can be helpful for DJs in general, especially if you don't have a website, your own dedicated website. So before we get into all that, I'll give you a chance to introduce yourself to everybody.
So hello, my name is Jonathen Whitford, also known as DJ Radio. And I kind of created this website. It really started as my own experience karaoke hosting and seeing that people were still using paper signups for karaoke, and I've seen toasters that have Bluetooth. So I was like, maybe we should work on enhancing this. And before I didn't have the technical ability to, but after going to school at Flatiron School in New York for a software engineering full stack, I started to dabble more into that, enhancing the experience for karaoke hosting. And through that came just like this big realization that there's large gaps in the entertainment industry as far as connecting people within this unique, peculiar ecosystem that has its own interests, which is kind of being forced to be segregated by social media because social media is so big. Um, Whereas the artistic industry and the artistic ecosystem really is its kind of own hub that just needs its own catered tools to kind of make everybody's experience better. Simple things like having the karaoke signups being digital, but also more fun things like letting singers sing into their phone and get recommendations based on their vocal range. It kind of gives them tools to really enhance their night, as well as the host to enhance their night running and operating it. And it gives you this kind of integrated synchronicity because people are going to be on their phones throughout the night anyway. And this kind of gives them a reason to look at their phone that's still interacting with the present night that they're living through, basically. So it kind of lets a person check in digitally while also remaining present. So Karaoverse, yeah, is a very big ecosystem that started very simply from my own need to enhance karaoke hosting and realizing that there must be a better way. But through that came this large industry where I realized artists, venues, all the patrons just really had this gap in connectivity that hopefully Karaoverse can really resolve. And it's a free system. There's no cost to use it. It really is just to help enhance everybody's night. And by it remaining free, it really helps a host, a patron, and everybody else have the ability to tap into a higher arc of technology that normally would be hidden behind a paywall, kind of preventing everybody from having a consistent night out that's kind of smooth and cohesive. So with that being said, I'll just share my screen to kind of show you. This is the homepage of Karaoverse.
All right, so wait a minute. Let me make sure I turn mine off so I'm looking at the right screen. Okay. Yep, we're sharing your screen. Okay, you can go ahead.
Perfect. So the first big draw that I tell everybody is for a pretty big misnomer to connect everyone. If you go to the events page, you're going to be able to find and share all different types of events, whether it's karaoke, trivia, drag, theater, open mic, live music, dancing, any community-based event is now able to be plotted on a nationwide map. So people can find what's actually near them and filter by the day of the week. Anybody can upload their events and share them. They do get verified to help make sure that these are legitimate postings and they're at legitimate venues for security purposes. So that way, you know, when you're clicking on something, you can actually check a little more in depth. You also have, I call him Perry Pal in the bottom right. If you click this little guy and drop him on the map, you'll be able to really see the surrounding area, like a street view from Google, so you can find parking and check out the space before you even leave your house to go find a karaoke location. And then if it's a location that you like, you can simply click the pin and click the address, and it'll take you directly to that venue right off your Google Maps, making it a really seamless, cohesive interaction of, I'm all dressed up and I want to go out tonight. Here's the kind of event that I'm looking for, and here's my location. Find out what's near me. So instead of having to see a bunch of ads on social media that are either too far away or you missed the event or are not tonight, people can really find out what's happening tonight and what's happening near you to really connect you to your community and connect you to your nightly events. So there's what I call no more FOMO, no more fear of missing out. You're really connected to everything. And again, anybody can upload their events, community-based, government events that they host for the cities and things like that. Pride festivals as well. We have an entire Pride division that cohesively consolidates Pride networks and Pride events across the entire nation. And there's the list version as well as the map version, which is super handy. So there's tons of filtering, and that really is one of the biggest draws that I tell people. If you like community events, if you go outside of your house at night, this is a great resource for you because you no longer have to worry and wonder where things are, and you don't have to be part of a particular social media group to go enjoy these kind of experiences. You can really connect fast. After that, a secondary feature, which I think is pretty big, is for the artists, which is a growing section where an artist can create a profile that showcases their talents, their services, their schedule. If they write books or poetry, they can display them and write them directly in the site. Social media links through here, Apple Music and Spotify. excuse me, they have Cash App and Venmo. You can subscribe to them so that way if a new event uploads, you can see it. There's also the gallery section, which showcases the artists' photos and videos. And they can take direct booking directly through the website as well. All of the messaging is forwarded to their email so that way they don't miss out on opportunities and chances. Primarily going forward into the host section, which is of course much more applicable to this call. There is the DJ pages that they all have. There's two types of DJ pages. The first one I'll show you is the business page, I call it. This is the page that you would share with people when you want to book a business with a venue, or get some like business that you're trying to reach out to. You would share this particular page because it immediately showcases your bio, your reviews that you've received from all of your singers, the schedule, your photos from throughout the night, and they can contact you and see your services easily listed here. And it's a single cohesive page. So when you send it to somebody, it'll show your image, your name, and really kind of boost you as a business person. After they book you, basically, you'll be operating off of your DJ page, which is really what you would interact with throughout the night. The crowd would be able to have a quick click to sing karaoke, see the queue list and who's next. They can submit DJ song requests like a jukebox. They can also play digital games while they're waiting to sing karaoke. So that way they have something to do in the interim. And I use the system myself. I have over 184 reviews on it from my nights hosting karaoke, all 5-star. And they really like the ability to kind of see that queue list and know when they're up. So that way it brings a lot of less guessing in your night, and also a lot of less pressure on the karaoke host, because there's this expectation sometimes of when am I up? I feel like it's been a while. Why haven't I sung yet? And this brings a transparency so that way they see directly on their device, oh, there's 14, 15 people in queue. Of course, it's going to take me a little while to get there. I can play some games or hang out and grab a drink while I'm waiting. I can even go outside and grab a cigarette and see the karaoke queue so I don't miss my chance to sing. So it brings a nice cohesivity that way. And my singers really do love it. They also have a bunch of those tools that I mentioned as far as tracking their songs. If you become a super singer, it will track your songs, how many times you sang it, and when you last performed it, as well as get AI recommendations on what to sing next based on your history. So I'm going to pull up my super singer name so you can see all the history filled out. But these are all my songs, how many times I've sang them. You can easily click them to sing them again. It also encourages you to sing more songs because you'll be able to track which ones you sang the least. You also have a wish list that you can build, and you earn stats and badges, really supporting your connection with that host. So if somebody's going out to your karaoke night consistently, instead of you being a karaoke host and trying to keep track of all the people that are genuinely consistently supporting you, the system's automatically doing that. And by them easily using the system, they'll earn badges to reflect that, as well as you can, give away a prize to these people who are supporting you if they have a certain point threshold. And so that's really cool that people get that recognition when they really support a nice karaoke host, because it's something that isn't expensive for the host at all, because they just earn these badges. But if you wanted to, you're easily able to support them just the same. And this is where they can sign up for the super singer. They can try out the vocal studio, which is where you sing into your device and get recommendations on what to sing based on your vocal range. But also you can even submit a preference of genre and decade with that submit. So that way you get a really toned in reference point of what you want to sing based on your capability to sing, as well as Note Player and Karaoke Quest, which is the first ever karaoke game which I built, which kind of lets people save these instruments from goblins. And along the way, it asks them questions about their musical preferences. And at the end of the game, they'll get a recommendation on what to sing based on their answers to those questions. Over here, they'll be able to see their name in queue. And this is the host view of it. So you see all these bits and bobs and buttons. These buttons are really just how the host is able to manage the queue themselves. They're able to delete the songs as they come in, edit them if they need to. These singers themselves have the ability to edit and delete their songs. So no longer do you have people coming up and asking you, hey, I want to change my song. They can do it right on their device. If they leave early, they can cancel their requests just on their device too. So it brings less dead air of you calling somebody that already left early. And so I have a lot of less experiences with people interacting with me, requesting things as a DJ. And a lot of my more interactions now are very positive and asking just how people are enjoying the night and if they have any questions, which they never really do. They just love the system, and we're able to like do shots together and hang out instead of really that being demand or request and respond experience that most DJs have when people have to physically go up to them and make those requests, which are sometimes difficult to hear when the music is thumping properly. We also have fun tools in here, like you can flag a song if you don't have it listed as MIA if you called a singer and they did not come. If you have your songs as a karaoke host within a CSV file, you can upload them so people can only select from what you have available, but they can also submit requests. So that way you can also going forward have those song requests so you can download them for the future. They have tools in here for the hosts, like the tools section. This is your singer count section. It'll track how much each singer has sang, and you can manage the queue simply in here just the same. You can ban singers if they're being disrespectful. And this little intros and outro section kind of helps give you a fun new intro and outro way to say and introduce singers for people who are kind of new to karaoke hosting. Like, I don't know how to introduce somebody new every single time. You can just kind of have it generate these little silly intros and outros to kind of make those feel fresh and exciting if you don't have a lot of experience with crowd interactions. A lot of this is oriented around making sure that especially newer hosts have the ability to jump right in and kind of feel a little more comfortable than they used to without any knowledge, experience, tools, or resources for hosting karaoke, which we've seen previously in the past. There's just this gap of finding knowledge within the industry, which I will say towards the end of the video, I'll touch base on two things. We're launching School of Karaoke, which is a 10 video module program that has different hosts explaining all the different aspects of what it takes to start your own karaoke business from nothing to everything and ready to go. And then we also have the DJ Survival Guide, which is just an open resource that you can utilize to get tips and tricks, see what kind of tools and resources are out there as well within the industry. So lots of things coming out to help those fresher DJs get access to some of the hidden knowledge within the ecosystem of DJing that can make somebody newer feel a little more substantiated and feel just as excited to keep going down this path as you grow. As you can see, when we hit the menu button, we have tons of buttons and options. As a host, there's so many things you can do in here, but to quickly gloss over, you can host entire trivia nights through this, which we will be doing a little later. So people can play trivia games directly on their device, and you don't have to be in a proximity. You'll see we can play this right over the internet. We have the digital game section, which is where people can find word find, games like Nelly Jellies, which is a new game that was integrated into the system, which is a fun game where you conglomerate jellyfish together of the same sizes. It's really silly, and especially when you're drinking, it's a super fun game to get lost in. We also have the host button, which is where people can get all of their host information. They'll see their photo, they can subscribe. There's a bio down here. You'll see all of their reviews, any song history from what they've performed. You can see their guidelines. Each host is able to list the guidelines that they have for operating and running the show. So that way there's less of a wondering of, oh, I don't know how this host does it, or every host is different. It cohesively has a place where people can just see how does this host do their show, and they can get to know the guidelines for it. You can also see their schedule. Let me go to my personal page so you can see this all filled out as DJ Radio. You can go to host info. So this is my page. You'll see I have a full bio. We have 189 5-star reviews, so people are definitely loving it. I got my guidelines all filled out here so people can kind of see. Oh, I have duets twice. People can kind of see how I run the show. We have my schedule, so when somebody wants to follow you as a DJ or a host and see where you're going to be next, they'll be able to see your entire schedule, click on it. You can even subscribe to that host, of course, as you see that button that lets you get emails whenever that host adds a new event. So you'll be able to get notifications. You can take booking directly through here, as well as list your availability and your itinerary of what it takes to break down and start your show. The itinerary was pretty important to me in the beginning when I started, because I needed to understand as a newer host what it takes to really run a simple 4-hour show. How long is it taking me to set up, and how long is it taking me to break down, and really get a mindset as the business person of, I'm not just working 4 hours, which is what somebody books you for. And this is precedent to what you were talking about earlier, D-Dubs, because the host is doing things before and after the show is over. So while the party is done or before the party even starts, the host's really work has already begun. We're loading our car with all of this equipment. We're bringing it to the location. We're unloading it. We're hooking everything up and getting it all set up and pretty. And then at the end, we have to do the reverse order all over again. And so that helped me get validity into the prospect of what I'm charging versus the labor that I'm actually providing as a karaoke host. And then having it written down in this system really helped give me like consistency as to know, oh, this is everything about DJ Radio. This is what he needs to run and operate his show. And when I advocate for him as like he's my business partner, I want to make sure that we're being true to what it takes to run the show and he's getting his fair appreciation and flowers for it. But outside of that, there's of course other buttons like contact. They can see your photos throughout the night if you want to share and showcase fun experiences. There's even a singer raffle. So any singers that are in the queue, you're able to, excuse me, run a random raffle picker, and it'll pick one person out of that queue line to get a fun little prize, whatever that may be. But it just kind of makes it very ambiguous, and it doesn't feel like it's biased, which is what a lot of this is. If you've ever gone out to a karaoke or a party night and they're doing a costume contest, or they're doing any kind of like contest like Karaoke Idol, and they're like put their hand over the person, like cheer for whoever you think was best, and sometimes it feels very biased. And so with that, this system actually allows people to vote on their device for their top 3 performers or their top 3 costumes. And this has been really cool and exciting because I've seen people, especially with the costume aspect, it was breaking social norms. People that were in separate pods of bubbles that normally don't interact with each other. When it was costume night, they were running up to different groups of people and they're like, my name is Stacy. This is my outfit. I'm a kangaroo. You should vote for me. And they would just like talk a little bit about each other's costumes. And it was just really breaking down that dynamic of separation within the party. And it was ironic because it was using your device, the technology that has consistently been separating us, but it actually was using it in a way to give us a purpose to connect in the moment together, which is what a lot of this is about. It's just making people able to connect in the present, in the moment, and having a reason to use the technology, which should be working in our favor. We also have down here, this is where the DJ would see their requests and their start their trivia games. On the DJ dashboard, there is even more, if you can believe it, even more stuff that you can use as tools and features. There's the playlist maker for anybody that's new to DJ hosting. This can help you generate an entire playlist. You choose your genres, your decades, your BPM range, your playlist length, whether or not you want explicit songs or kid-friendly, and even describe a vibe, and it'll help generate an entire playlist for you with all that information in mind. You can delete your karaoke signups from the previous night. Same thing with DJ requests, and it'll track those stats week over week, so you can actually see the statistics of your hosting. This is pretty neat, especially I experience it myself because just the other night I was experiencing a slower karaoke night, and sometimes the patterns of what is causing a slower karaoke night doesn't really click for me. And I noticed that, oh, this is happening after we're doing our big karaoke or drag show on the once a month, and it's always dead at this time. So I'm not as surprised now that I know that statistically it is a quieter night after this particular event goes. So if anything, I can try to push a different type of event or really encourage my super singers by offering a prize to come out on that night that I'm expecting to be quieter. It helps you get a hierarchy manage of what is happening within your own karaoke nights without you having to put so many laborious thoughts into it. Karaoke is more complex than people think it is, but it also doesn't have to be with the right tools and resources that are just not out there, that most people either have to pay for or they simply don't exist because people build these tools for money. And that's what a lot of the block is. They only build these things because they see the financial growth of it. Whereas I'm a person experiencing these things in real time myself. And I think, hey, what if we just did this? And what if we had this to make it easier? And I'm building it for everybody to have because I just want everyone to have those tools and resources and for us all to just have better nights. When we're out enjoying ourselves, when we're hosting, things can just be more cohesive if technology was working in our favor instead of us having to pay for it to work at all. Outside of those things, we have the ability to limit the number of signups. I don't know if you've ever hosted karaoke and had somebody hand you 10 papers at once. And they're like, my name's Dave. I want to sing all 10 of these songs tonight. Figure that out. It's really difficult. It's frustrating. And that's really some of the things that kind of stressed me out as a karaoke host I'm like, this is more thinking than I thought it would have to be. And I have to slot it in perfectly and organize But instead of that, nope, I limit the signups to one at a time. So after you sing your song, you can submit another one. The karaoke queue rotates itself, first in, first out. People are able to see the time. Nobody sings more than once before your submission because nobody can. You can only sign up one at a time. So it provides an equivalence and fairness automatically that takes a lot of the pressure of trying to figure out that rotational queue. And we have a beta testing round robin feature because I know that a lot of hosts like that round robin formatting. And again, it's not difficult to figure it out. It's just we're making sure that everything works perfectly. But a lot of this technology are just things that even as myself, which I call myself a baby developer because I've gone to school for it, but I haven't been in the industry for like 5, 10, 20 years. I'm about 2, 3 years in. And I was able to figure them out. And I'm like, these are things that could really make an impact on somebody's night when you're hosting or when you're just experiencing the night. So you don't have to worry, when am I up next? What's going on? Did this host skip me? Which starts an absurd amount of drama within the karaoke industry. I'm like, wow, there's so much tea that there also doesn't need to be. I know that karaoke can draw some of us theatrical folks, but there's a little more drama than I think needs to be. And I kind of blame the technology from preventing us from having a much more experienced night with each other and connecting with each other properly in the moment. Some of the other fun features that we have, just to quickly gloss over, is menu recommendations. You can have if a venue has a profile, they're able to list their food and drink menu items. And oftentimes as a host, we're told to promote those items throughout the night. This is a way that you can promote those items directly from their page. You can have an image, a description of it, and the price listed. And I call it the DJ picks. And it'll show every night that you're at that specific venue. So you don't have to set these every time. I have it set for when I host at Pub 181, and whenever it's scheduled that I'm at Pub 181 on my calendar, it'll automatically show my DJ picks and recommendations for the night. We have the bar host channel for large venues and even weddings. There's a difficulty in communication between the host and all the other people that are experiencing it or running it. So the bar host channel gives you a place where you can communicate in one hub between everybody. The music is too loud, there's static over here. Make an announcement for food. It gives a cohesivity really quickly. And of course, texting is a great benefit feature, but this gives you a platform where the entire bar can connect into one ecosystem and talk to each other without alerts, pop-up thingies like that may or may not set off alert notifications. This can create music bingo cards. You can generate your own custom trivia, which we talked about the trivia earlier. Paper signups are still sometimes necessary. Technology is great when it works, but sometimes it doesn't. And it's great to have paper backups. This can help you generate those paper signups right off the rip, so that way you don't have to worry about creating a signup sheet every week. It'll just quickly print this out. You'll have all of the things that you need to get your show running in case of emergencies. In the info section, which again, there's still so much more, you can track your income. There's the opportunity tracker. If you're looking to start a new karaoke night, sometimes you call these places and they're like, we already have karaoke. We're looking to fix that. With every time that somebody uploads their events into the system and you go to search an opportunity to call that person, you'll see if that event, that venue already has karaoke listed on Tuesdays. Instead of calling them, you're like, oh, maybe I'll offer them DJ nights instead, or trivia or whatever. You'll be able to immediately see what kind of events this place is offering and position yourself as either as having something else or whatever other benefits you have. So that way, when you contact these places, you have a better idea of they're already having karaoke or they don't have anything going on. Maybe I should try and reach out, which makes your outreach a lot more intuitive and beneficial as a user and a host. You have your rewards, which tracks all of your super singers, everybody that's utilizing the system. This is where you can view and monitor your reviews. You have your host stats, which tracks your karaoke signups, DJ requests, and everything week over week. And you have a line graph that'll kind of showcase it. It can get a little crazy, but it breaks down pretty nice. And then you have your services listed. Over in the style section, this is fully customizable. We want you to express and showcase who you are. So you can just determine your background. You can determine the colors that you want your background to be and your page to be. You can really style it kind of like MySpace with less coding involved. But it kind of allows you to share and showcase your own personality across the system without having to do it in any weird way. It just allows you to express yourself style-wise across the board. And then of course we have support system. Excuse me. So that's all the things off the rip for the hosts, which I know I wanted to go a little more in depth with because particularly it benefits a lot of everyone here. Over in the venue section, as I mentioned, a venue can add and create their own profile. all of the events that you have cross coordinate. So if you add an event and list that venue, it'll show on both of your calendars. So you only have to add it once, bringing cohesivity to the system. Same thing with the artist. If an artist is at an event and there's a DJ hosting at a venue, it'll show in one event upload across everybody's calendar. So there's not multiple uploads, there's not multiple work for everybody. Really just the host has to really take the responsibility to do it because we're running the show. I always recommend it's the tier of it is the host, the artist, and the venue for uploading in here, because this is a very expressive environment and ecosystem, and it works best when they're allowed to express themselves. They can list their itinerary and agenda. So if they're having any particular consistent live music throughout the night, or if they're doing open mics, this can help break down the order of their open mics easily. They can add their food and menu items, appetizers, drinks, anything that they want to showcase. And these are what the host pulls from when they're making those menu recommendations. You can see the pricing and everything there. So people, they come here to look for food and drinks. Next thing you know, they're finding out that there's karaoke on Friday. And then they're checking out the talent and they're like, whoa, who are all these drag queens? I'm so excited. This looks like a fun place. And so it all starts with them just getting to go to see the food that you have. And now they're finding out all the events that you're having. And it really connects everybody to a hub of entertainment. And it gives each distinct person and profile tools to express and showcase themselves. As a venue, you can list job opportunities for hosts and artists within the system, and they go to the job market. And all you would have to do as a host or an artist is when you're signed in, click apply, and it'll easily apply your profile to that system. So when they go to check out, oh, who is this person? They see your entire profile. They see your social media. They see your bio. They see your reviews. And there's less of this gap of tell me about yourself and then things not working out between two people. And a lot of that is broken down and you immediately know, oh, I already know a lot about this person. I love what they're doing. This is a great matchup. I'm going to reach out to them. And it creates a much more meaningful connection when you're trying to reach out or apply for these positions, instead of that mismatch of you're not really what we're looking for, and then they ghost you. Which is just not beneficial for anybody. We're busy people on all fronts. The venues are busy and hosts are busy and patrons are busy. We want to make sure that when we're doing these things that are taking what I call the labor of love, it's working in the best benefit and it's working as efficiently as it can, because it's not going to be perfect, but it could be better. And so you can easily share these opportunities right on their page. You have a little share button. That way when you share it on social media, they go directly to that opportunity page. There's also other tools and things in here, of course, too, like the band market for anybody that's looking to start a band or be in a band. You're able to list your artist profile, or you're able to list your band profile as looking for members, bassists, singers, dancers, whatever have you. And you'll be able to click, see their profile, apply with your profile. And again, it creates that cohesivity when you're connecting and trying to make those meaningful artistic connections. They're doing things off the bat, and you're already having all the information you need to connect to each other. And then finally, we have the drag market for drag performers who want to share and showcase, swap, donate their items. Drag queens create artistic items that spend hours on, and then they wear it a handful of times and they can't wear it ever again. This way they can repurpose it and utilize it within the industry to maybe drag queens who aren't able to sew or do these other things, and they can just buy, donate, or swap those items to kind of generate an income for that artist. And again, it's completely free. This is all the proceeds that the artists make are separate off the website, so that way Karaoverse isn't looking to take money out of any artist, host, or venue's pocket. We just want to help an ecosystem where we can all connect. There will be opportunities for generating revenue. Like we have our Karaoke shop, which is our online marketplace where you can buy some of our merchandise to help support the system. We've got silly things, and we got panties, bikinis. We keep it lively. But we also have some other things that we're doing to help support the system. Like we have our partners. If you're a venue and you want to become a partner to help uplift and grow the system, you're able to make one-time or monthly payments to get your business featured as a sponsor or vendor. We have the Pride Network, which is collaborating and connecting all of the Pride centers across the entire nation, which are very segregated. And this way people can have one ecosystem of connecting there. We accept volunteers because we partner with the 501(c). This is actually legitimate volunteer hours if you're able to work on this system to help upload it or uplift it to provide these resources for the community. And then you actually get credits for it as well. And we also have, going back to, what I was mentioning earlier, with the School of Karaoke, that one is coming out soon. We're working with a couple of different DJs It's taken a little longer than we wanted to, but it is a big project. And it will do a complete breakdown of everything that it takes to run and operate and start karaoke. You know, getting your gear, insurances, getting your software, setting it up, preparing for the show. And it'll be a module system that you really get to connect with that DJ, have them do a rundown of everything. And then at the end, you'll have like a quiz or a test to kind of show what you retained and get a certificate of it, helping you as a new karaoke host validify yourself. Again, giving you confidence that you know essentially kind of what to do, that your music is working, that you feel confident when you're starting that first night as the karaoke host, that you did what you needed to do to get that DJ survival guide, as well as the artist survival guide. But we'll start with the DJ. This one, again, kind of just goes through specific gear, software, storage, how Karaoverse can benefit you, communicating with customers, and community recommendations. So we get a lot of feedback from the community telling us, you know, what is beneficial, what their experience was. I connect with venues for anybody that's looking to start a bar or a pub. The venue survival guide will tell you some of the events that are recommended, some community feedback based on what it costs to start and really get a bar up and running. And then the artist guideline, the artist guidebook is essentially similar to that, kind of letting them know this is where you can upload your songs for the first time. This is where you can, survival guide. This is where you can do this, how to do some promotions. This is how to list your earnings, some local tips from the community, and then just some resources to kind of getting your artistry out there within the community. So definitely this is a very big platform. It's doing a lot of things, but it's doing them freely and connectively. And I get a lot of feedback from the community that helps me better it more specifically. So that way it's really honed in on, like I remember the first thing that a lot of people say when they have to scan a QR code at karaoke night is, I'm old, I don't like this, or whatever. They're like, I'm not technologically savvy. And so with that in mind, I specifically built Karaoverse to make it so it is the simplest system when utilizing it. So I've had a couple people that are like, I'm not tech savvy, I don't do that. And then they scan the QR code and they easily sign up for their song. I had somebody literally say this, he was like, well, damn, that was easy. And I was like, yeah, I promise. I specifically made it so it was something that was extremely intuitive to you. It's going to work to your benefit, and it's going to be consistent. So, because there is a lot of karaoke systems out there, but again, they're predicated on income and charging users and poorly formatted UI, UX, because they don't care really that much. They know that there is this big gap and people are going to pay for whatever. But ideally, I just want to really enhance everybody's experience by providing these tools. So that way, instead of worrying, wondering, what could be better or what costs that are impeding you from having a smoother night are not something that stops you from experiencing it. And then this way you can also have access to tools and resources that are predicated towards you, not against you, and you have to pay for that tool feature. But yeah, does anybody have any questions?
Yep, I know I have a whole bunch. I was trying to take notes and get my thoughts together and listen at the same time. But Kevin, when you were talking about the venue part, Kevin had wanted to know, under venue, do you only want the venue to post for their business, not the KJ if he is there?
So the karaoke host should post those events themselves because they are representing themselves when they go out to host an event. Usually a lot of when you're promoting on social media, the posts start with the host and then the venue will share what the host made. So in the hierarchy of sharing the event, the host would create the event in the system and you can tag that venue as you're creating it. So it'll automatically, anything that's, say if I'm creating, hosting karaoke at Pub 181, it'll ask me the location when I'm creating the event. That'll automatically tie it in and tag it to that venue if it exists in the system. So it'll show on their calendar. And then the venue, it's their responsibility. If there's anything that they're hosting that they're not having an outside person come in for, like say they do singles dating night that one of their bartenders organizes, they would post that event to their page because they don't have a host for it. They don't have an artist doing it. So it really is a venue event. So if it's something that the host is doing, the host uploads it. If an artist is performing, the artist uploads it. And then if there's no host or artist tied, it's on the venue because it's their calendar ultimately.
Okay, and then I had a whole bunch of questions. I want to see if I'm going to split it up since we're talking about karaoke. So with all this going on with what you have on the website, is this its own ecosystem, or do you still use an outside software or any kind of software like Carafun, or because it seems like they both have the same thing, but how do you use the two?
So I actually it's a little bit of I use Carafun for hosting. This software isn't meant to, at least not at this point. We don't know how big it's going to get. I'm still learning. At this point, it's not built to be your music library, and it's not to be your karaoke library. Realistically, things like Carafun are great. I think I love what they're doing, but there's karaoke hosts that have their own songs that they're completely happy running their entire karaoke off their library. So this is a hub to kind of cohesively have that karaoke singer sign up experience, regardless of what software musically you're using. So that way it's like that middleman. So it's no longer the paper signups, which people would have obviously used. And when it comes to Carafun, I get a lot of preference to my system over Carafun as far as signups, just because of all of the tools it has for the singers, the rewards, the badges, the AI singing into your device, seeing the full queue, because sometimes on some systems you can't see the full queue, editing your songs in queue. I don't think they can do that in Carafun. Canceling, like things like that. There's a lot more cohesivity with my system. Plus there's the built-in digital games, and seeing and following the host before and after the show. It really is like a full ecosystem. So it's not so much the hub of your music, and it's not so much the hub of your DJ playing. It's the conduit for it. So it can operate with any system. So I have somebody that uses it with their own library in California. They upload the CSV file and they just transfer the songs as they come up onto the actual song platform, which we both talk about all the time, is a big benefit because people change their songs so much. I usually only add the next 3 singers, because by the time you get past the next 3 singers, somebody changed their song anyway. So I'm like, oh, good thing I didn't waste my time with that.
Okay, and then I was trying to also look at it from like a DJ perspective, because I know you mentioned the part where you had the menu recommendations and the bar host channel. So if you're at a party and let's say I'm DJing a party, and you know, a lot of times they'll come up and ask me to make announcements, or after a certain amount of time make this announcement and that announcement. Would that fit into like the bar host channel? Is that something that I can put in, or they can put in? All right.
They would make those alerts to kind of showcase 2 parts actually. One, they would make those alerts to you using the bar host channel. They'll just send in a message like, hey, food kitchen closes at 9 o'clock, make an announcement, things like that. You'll receive those in this little martini glass. This is your little staff inbox. When you're signed in, you'll get all these alerts. It'll pop up with like a number if you have a notification, so you'll see it. And then you can, as a host, let me log out so I can show you this feature. The host is able to set multiple alerts throughout the night, like welcome, anniversary, in memory of, like things like that. This is what people see when they first come to your DJ page. So it's an immediate way to shout out what the next things that are happening without having to make an announcement. So it's like my pre-announcement, like upcoming soon and things like that. Even welcome to the night, karaoke starts 9 to 1. So when people see me setting up, I have my QR code out and they're already trying to scan to sign up for karaoke, but they're like, I can't. And they see, oh, it's starting at 9 o'clock kind of thing. So this is like their immediate check-in section, but they can also, again, send those alerts here to you, saying that, and then you can respond back to them saying, absolutely, thank you, and things like that. It's literally like a message center for the bar. So that way, instead of somebody running across the entire stage and space to flag you down, or getting a text message on your phone that either sets off an alert or you just didn't notice it because you're using this system and you're operating and running the show, you're not going to miss it, and you're going to have that connectivity quick and fast. Okay.
And then I see the KJ and DJ requests. So it can act, because I use Request Now, the app, to do my song requests. So this can take the place of that and do the same thing?
Yes. Okay. And you can customize these when you're signed in as a host. You can customize which buttons are showing. There's also 2 more buttons for trivia voting, trivia playing, Oh, and there's also the costume contest that'll pop up here. So you customize which buttons show. When I'm hosting karaoke, I usually show these ones so they can see who's next, or like you said, send me those DJ requests. Play some digital, like these are the ones that I'm like, this is what you have access to tonight. And that kind of lets them know when they're coming in immediately to, oh, if there's trivia buttons, there's trivia tonight. So it's another way to indicate to the user what they have available to them to experience. And people really like the jukebox button, especially at karaoke, because as much as I'm the biggest fan of karaoke, not everybody sings karaoke. Some people really are just coming out to have a good time, but it still gives them the ability to have a sense of control of their night, really kind of have an input in what they're experiencing, even if they're not singing karaoke. So whenever I tell people that, I'm like, oh, if you scan this QR code, you can send me karaoke and DJ requests. And when they see me say karaoke, they're like, I don't sing. And then I mentioned DJ requests. I'm like, oh, I'll send you all the requests. So there's some people that they're not singers, but they still want to be able to submit those requests. And a lot of bars have a system like that, but they have to pay to use it. So again, just circumvents. And instead of having to pay the jukebox, people can tip you right through the system.
Okay. And then I was trying to think of ways, because you were talking about, it's almost like the classified kind of section where you can look up if a band need a band, new band member and all that. So is it only the people that's like signed up on your website can see each other's information, or can it be like a searchable Google kind of, blind search that will lead to like one of your website being a hit result?
So the website is an ecosystem outside of social media, really. But when you're sharing your events, opportunities, and listings and things like that, it's very personalized. Like you can see what the listings are for. So it is very ecosystem centric right now. I don't have it Googleable searching yet. At least I don't think I do. But mostly because I'm trying to build that sense of internal community. As far as like, this is where you can access that information. I do have this, it mentions like within Google that you can find your artists and things like that. It does have SEO referencing that if you're looking for performers or bands and things like that, this is a great resource to help find them. But having it as a system where it's internalized kind of just keeps it ecocentric, if that makes sense.
Okay. So basically it's almost like it does a lot, but it still doesn't totally take away from having your own personal website where you can point to that profile outside of, so it can show up in the Google searches when somebody's trying to
well, if somebody searches like singer Connecticut, it's such a vague term that that's where a lot of that gap in finding quality talent is that the general terms and the general searches, and nobody's really searching an artist specifically on their personal website. Like people have these personal websites, and as fancy and glorious as they are, people are only going to them if they know about them. And so this is kind of an ecosystem where people know when they go to this website, there's going to be a multitude here that I'll be able to hone in and find that information that I'm going to be looking for more specifically, and more community based with more information about that person, instead of a vague overview that you, again, have those kind of half-hearted conversations about maybe we vibe together, maybe we don't. So it really is just kind of bringing and breaking down that miscommunication gap between the people and giving them quality connections to each other. And then having an ecosystem like this, especially consistently, will be a place that people know, I can go here, I can find this information. There's thousands of people visiting and viewing as far as just looking for an event, but now that they're here looking for an event, they're like, oh, let me check out the artists and let me check out this kind of performance. Oh, I was thinking about starting a band. Let me see if there's anything in my area. And it's just a much more ecocentric hub, whereas if people are just searching it on Google and whatever other platforms are, you're much less likely to really find what you're looking for, let alone somebody's personal artist portfolio page that just mentions themselves.
So it's almost like you got to go in there, almost like, I guess you could say like its own little social media kind of thing, where you need to network with each other and build your own little community. Then you all can pass, gigs off to each other or recommend different vendors and venues that way.
Well, it definitely helps to have a lot of like your friends and people that you know within your community in this system to share and showcase yourself. Like if you have a band profile, for example, I know a couple people that are in multiple bands actually, but this way you would have an artist profile and you can be listed as a band member of those different bands. And so instead of having multiple websites showcasing this is our band here and this is our band here and my artist name is Brittany and I perform at these two bands, but they're not connected. This is like Linktree meets LinkedIn meets MySpace. It's not taking away from the power of what social media has the capacity to do for friendship connections and networking in the sphere of your own people, but this is giving you much more visibility with the people that aren't within your ecosystem that may be looking for those opportunities or business. And that's where the gap is that people that aren't connected to those Facebook groups or that aren't your friend on social media, you're missing out on opportunities just because you're not friends with the right person. And so that creates this gap of actual opportunity and connection with quality performers and quality DJs, where people are either charging crazy prices and they're like, I had a bad experience because this person was overpriced and I didn't really like them. So again, instead of really getting to know what that person is like, and before you even reach out to them, you're getting a lot more of their information, their social media, what's going on with them before you even contact them. So you have less of an opportunity of a bad experience for yourself, as well as much more of a cohesive system of how much does this person charge, what area are they in, and that way you have a real specific cost benefit artist or host that you're looking at and really building up actual opportunities for yourself without you having to do anything on your social media. These are people in your area that are already looking through. There's weddings happening all the time around you, and people are just using who they know because there's no platform that's really giving them access to their local performers and artists. I mean, there's a bunch of drag performers that I'm working with this year that they haven't had the opportunity to work or be part of like Capital City Pride, Hartford Pride Center, and things like that, all these big prides, because people just go after who they know and who the biggest performers are. But that leaves such a gap of quality community diversity that gets overlooked in place of who you know. So this system is really bringing a platform and ecosystem of, especially for newer DJs, newer hosts, newer artists who are trying to get their name out there and have the same platform and visibility as these other bigger performers who have built up their following, to have like some of the tools to kind of get up there instead of being so discouraged right from the start. And then also get visibility. I've heard tell of people getting job opportunities in the system that they were just like, oh, I checked out your profile. I would love if you performed here with us. And it's easier now because they have a system where they can find these artists and what they're looking for in their area. And they're like, oh, I want to book that person. It's like a phone book of art and entertainment community wise that I feel like has been missing in the community for actual connection and uplifting local artists. So we see all these different groups that share events and come support me here. But this is one ecosystem where not only are you plotting the event on your calendar, which again speaks to the benefit of Karaoverse, this is the nationwide system. So somebody who didn't even know that there was a drag show or didn't know that there was a live band performance in their area, it's Tuesday night, they're bored, they check on the map, they see your event happening, you uploaded it into the system. They wouldn't have seen that event if they weren't part of your Facebook group, and they wouldn't have seen that event if they hadn't have gone to your specific website. And that's where a lot of the visibility comes in, is this is a hub for everyone to find and experience entertainment nationwide on a community level basis. So it really is the best of both worlds, letting a big system work for small people and connecting them properly.
Okay. And then Buddy had from TPM Productions had asked, does the app give you SEO for the DJ's own website?
As far as SEO, it gives like if you search like DJ, like if you search like the name, it would pop up with you, but it's not like if they have a separate website, it wouldn't give their website SEO. It's like it just showcases you and yourself. And I tell people all the time, the more you use your link, the more visibility you get. SEO, as much as it's digitally built into the system, excuse me, your digital footprint comes across the more when you use it. So by sharing and utilizing your profile more on social media, and specifically your link to your page, that'll get you a lot more visibility when somebody's Googling for DJs in your area and things like that. Your keywords that you use to represent yourself online are just as important as the keywords that you embed into your website.
And then he also asked, are you going to start to cover weddings like the Knot and Wedding Wire? Because when Kevin first told me about your website and I went there, there's this guy on Facebook that started Find Your Wedding DJ. And when I saw your website, I automatically thought about what he was doing. So are you going to try to get into something like that, or is it just one of those
So
things? Go ahead.
So a hosts can list their services. If you do weddings, if you're a DJ, even just having DJ listed as your services, when somebody's going to the host section, they can search DJ and they can search by state. So now they're able to find a DJ. You can search weddings because you can have, again, weddings as your either in your notes section and your description saying that you do weddings, or listed as an actual service. So when you search it, your profile pops up, and if they search wedding or DJ in Connecticut, they're going to have a list of DJs in Connecticut that they can choose from. So it really kind of does the best of both worlds. You're going to be able to find your DJ for any type of event, and they can just list their description of services and opportunities, what have you. So it kind of does the best of both worlds. It could cover weddings, it could cover bar mitzvahs, it could cover whatever that somebody puts in their profile, but having that specific ability to search that type of event, and then the state, they'll have access to that host's information faster than they would have had before. And they'll have a plethora of them now too, with diversity, to really find who matches them. Because as much as I love, and I would love for all artists and DJs and people to have opportunities, I really want them to have the right opportunities. I want them to feel like after they experience an event that it was a great connection, that it was a positive experience, that you would do business with that person again. And instead of just having to take whatever opportunity is thrown at you, and everybody has a bad time sometimes, people can really be more selective in the right ways of finding the connected performer that you're looking for, or find the venue that you'd like to be at. I know for me, I prefer to be at gay bars, or I prefer to be at a bar with a stage. And so knowing that, I specifically look for those kind of venues and bars, and that's my preference. And so just in turn, people looking for specific karaoke hosts that offer specific vibes, or offer specific experiences, that connection with the venue is important, because then you guys are going to have continued business, not just a one-time, oh, that was awful, we don't do karaoke anymore because we had a bad experience. You guys just weren't really on the same page. There may not have been something bad with that host, and there may not have been something bad with that venue, but sometimes things don't match up perfectly. And hopefully this gives an ecosystem where people can find what matches perfectly, and that bride can find her perfect DJ that matches her vibe, and she'll be able to see their social media and their posts and their reviews, and really say, oh, I trust and I feel confident about this person, fast and easy, so that way people are having better experiences.
Okay. And so when you're talking about venues, so the venues have to go out and, sign up to have their information on the website, or do it somehow. I don't know why I think it magically appears.
I wish it did. That's update 4.5 probably. Right now, the events are uploaded community-based. So really anybody can upload events. They just get vetted and verified to be at genuine venues. You can just click this add event button in the section. This is connected to Google Maps. So you just start typing, Pub 181 where you host. When you click it, it'll fill the address for you. And this is how you can easily just add your events. You don't have to use the system as a host. You don't have to use the system as a venue. If you know that there's this event happening and you're just a big fan of it and you want other people to know about it, you can share it in the system so it can be on there consistently. We track one-time, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly events. So that way you can easily utilize it in the system without having to continually enter it to be seen, breaking down a lot of that recurrence that as hosts we know. Every week we have to make a fancy new flyer. This is a way, really, people can't read those flyers sometimes. You have a lot going on, babe. So this is a way for people to get the legitimate information of the event really fast, for one, and then two, make uploading them easier. So when you go ahead and you upload it, like say tag Pub 181, as soon as I upload this event, it'll immediately show on Pub 181's venue page if they have one. And then if there's a host doing it, they would upload that event from their DJ profile. Under their dashboard, there's an add event button, and that'll automatically tag the host in the event that they're uploading. So they don't have to say, I'm DJ Radio, this is my event. It'll automatically know that's you uploading the event, so it tags you in it, and it shows on your profile as well as the venue's profile, and then on the nationwide map, which is super important for everyone to find.
Right. So the venue, I guess the venue have to set up their own profile.
They can, but realistically, not all of these venues have a profile.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was looking for
events.
Ohio. I was like, there's really nothing in Ohio going on.
I will say that when I was uploading all of these events, I find these interesting clusters of where events are, and then big swaths of land. And that's just really not where population is. There's actually not a lot of events happening there. So I've been trying to find some of these other events. And again, it's community based. So I'm going to be doing some marketing in these areas to let people know to upload and share their events, because this is a gap in where we have for information. But we generally do have quite a bit of stuff uploaded. And the more that people use it, share it, showcase it, it just gets bigger every day. And so it kind of runs itself. Again, people can report an event. If this event no longer exists, then we just verify. We call that venue and verify, are you guys doing this event no longer? We remove it from the system. If it's still there, then we verify it. So that way it's double verified. And we're like, this is definitively consistently happening. So that way people can just really find genuine events happening around them at safe locations, because we want to make sure that someone's not just throwing a house party, which, as fun as those are, got to make sure you're safe. But yeah, the venue doesn't have to create a venue profile. The benefit of creating a venue profile is if you have multiple events, you can share and showcase your profile on social media, which will use your logo and information. When you share on social media, it shows you, not Karaoverse, which is a huge update I did to make sure that when you're promoting yourself, people see you, recognize you, and feel comfortable clicking that link to go to support you. And the benefit of having your venue page here is people will be able to see not only the food and the drinks and the uploading or upcoming events that you're having, but they'll also be able to see the talent, which gets them excited. They'll see the calendar, which has everything consistently laid out for them, so they don't have to worry about missing an event or misreading a flyer. They'll also be able to see opportunities if they're a performer and they want to have a performance there or things like that. They'll be able to apply for a job opportunity directly through the system, as well as take contact directly through the system as well. So people trying to get in contact with the manager, it's less of calling the front end office and things like that, or submitting some back end inquiry that no one's checking the email for. It'll go to the actual system that connects directly to whoever needs to be spoken with regarding that inquiry. But it gives them a lot of tools and features, and then plus that subscribe button. So when a new event is uploaded, happening at Pub 181, people that are subscribed will get an email saying, hey, there's something new happening. And if there's a DJ attached, it'll mention that DJ and the artists that are attached too. So that way it really just markets and publicizes to specific people that are applicable.
Okay. So I don't see. Oh no, Kevin had said he has a profile, and he said you can upload your pictures there. So I guess over the next couple of weeks, now that I got a short downtime, maybe I'll try to do a profiles and toy around with it, and maybe have you come back. So I know you mentioned a lot of stuff, but I know there's much more that we can go deep into.
It's definitely never ending and never growing, because I always find something that I'm like, we need this in the community. So it really is always updating. I constantly tell people, if there is an update that you think is helpful or useful, don't hesitate to reach out. If you think that it's going to help everybody, I'm just going to build it so everybody can have it as a tool and a resource going forward. So if you're feeling innovative, if you're like, wow, as a DJ, I wish we always had this, let me know. I would love to build those kind of tools and features for everybody to have that and have a better experience hosting their night, or make sure that you're having the tools that you need to run your show. So that way your patrons are having fun, you're getting supported, they feel recognized, and the bar keeps booking you for more gigs.
So you keep talking about venues and bars and all that. So is this website good for like your general mobile DJ, or is it specifically for a bar, pub, club DJ?
So both. I mean, if you're a DJ of any kind, you definitely belong here, regardless of what location you're at. But also, as far as venue goes, the venue system actually covers a pretty wide variety. If you're a theater, like we cover, theaters can have profiles here that gives them customized tools just the same. So instead of posting job opportunities, you post auditions for that theater. And so people can apply. And when you apply, as with all theater auditions, they want your headshot, your bio, your social media, what performances you've done in the past, maybe an artist resume, things like that. It's all built in. It's all built in with your artist profile. You can even generate the artist resume using the click of a button that will print out and create a paper resume for you. There's an invoice and a contract generator for hosts as well, and for artists. When you're creating new business, you're able to generate that contract and invoice for the businesses instead of writing it on a napkin. And then you can also customize it, because each one is different. So we want to make sure that it reflects you. So the contracts are customizable, and Your artist performance resume is customizable to really show and express who you are. So the venues are diverse. The venues cover any place that's hosting a community nightlife event, whether it's a bar, a theater, a restaurant. If you've got a host there, if you've got an artist there that you have it open to the public, it belongs into the system. And again, like even Pride festivals and Pride events, Pride centers specifically, if you have a Pride center, you belong in here specifically because we have the Pride Network connecting everybody. All of your events are connected to your website, showcasing who you are and where they can go to support you going forward within your Pride events and find the resources of the community. It really is just connecting the entertainment empire, you know. Everybody that's having an event of any kind belongs into this system. Primarily 18 and up events, but with certain specifications for like festivals and things like that, which are all ages. But this website for use in like finding events is 18 and up. It's for adults.
Okay. So I guess this is about, wait, let me see. Did Buddy put something? Nope. All right. You've been awfully quiet, Mike. Did you have any questions? Oh, your mic went out. Nope. We heard we heard you getting ready to say something, and you just did something. Let's see.
Are you muted?
Nope, he shouldn't be muted. Yep. So what kind of for trivia? So what kind of like trivia questions? Nope, don't hear you yet, Mike. Nope.
Mm-mm.
So while we waiting on him. So what kind of trivia?
So we do have with the trivia system, we have like 85 different topics, maybe 90 at this point, different topics to choose from. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Hello.
Go ahead.
All right. I switch over to my other microphone. I seen the one DJ, karaoke DJ, DJ Eric.
Yes.
Yeah. He is a great guy. Next time you talk to him, just call him Tony Soprano.
Yeah. I definitely will.
And do you know DJ Brian K from Scranton, Pennsylvania, or Carbondale?
I don't think I know him.
Oh, there goes LL Cool K. Our friend DJ Kevin.
Yeah. LL Cool
I'm
K.
surprised. There's DJ Eric. Brian is a heck of a DJ, and he's, and it's sad to say that he just like in his own little world. And I'm like, Brian, you gotta charge more. You gotta make money while you're doing this. And he doesn't want to. You can't force him to charge more. But to me, he's losing money for what he's doing. He DJs at a place down in Delaware, and he DJs down in Harrisburg, and it's like a 3.5 hour, well, about a 4-hour drive from his house to Harrisburg. I think he's charged $125 to $150. I'm like, what are you, crazy? You know, like, come on, you gotta make money here, man. But no matter how
I will say,
hard I try-
hopefully, this inspires people to see their worth because they'll get to see a lot of what the other people are charging for their experiences and things like that. It'll help them see us, even specifically in your area. They'll be able to search by their area and see the charges of it. So like, okay, everyone's charging around this price. I feel comfortable charging around this price. So that way, people don't like to talk about money, especially with the other hosts. But hopefully, this makes it so you don't even have to ask those awkward questions and you get a little more insight.
So you can.
I'll tell you.
Oh, I did, go ahead.
Okay. I did karaoke for about 5 years, and like you were saying, people would come up to you and hand you a bunch of cards, and it was like, here, this is what I want to see. And it's like, okay, well, give me them in order, but give me 3 songs. Then the next time we come around, give me the next 3. Then the next time we come around, give me the last 3, you know? But it's just the way I ran it. Like if you started, like first went now, and we said we had 20 people singing. So the first one went then up to the 20th, and then from the 20th, he started first, back down to the first. And a couple of people didn't like that at first. I'm like, well, you're not going to sing first, and that person's going to sing 10th or 20th, whatever, how many people we had singing that day. And it was just unfair to that person because he might leave or she might leave before they get back to him. So I figured I'll just keep reversing it back and forth, and it kept everybody in tune. We had some singers that did not need the words. They just sang. So, I mean, it was amazing. That I had one person, which was a school teacher, she wanted to sing Tequila. It's okay, no problem. She goes, "Do you have the lyrics?" I'm like, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "It's one word, tequila."
You already sang it. You already sang the whole song by saying it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'll put the karaoke version up for you. So I did that. Boom. But now with virtual DJ, that puts the lyrics up for you. I mean, it's not 100% yet. It's nowhere near 100%, but it's come a long way. So it's going to make it a lot easier for people that use virtual DJ. But what you have going here seems very, very interesting. I mean, are you building this all your own by yourself,
Yes, sir.
Jonathen? Oh my
Yeah.
God! Don't call me sir. This is amazing, amazing.
Thank you.
Yep.
I love everything going by it. That looks great.
And remember, it's not just free for 14 days or after 30 days that you pay something. It's free forever, so it's free to just go ahead and just try it out. You might end up liking it or finding a way to incorporate into what you already have.
And if there's anything you don't like, let me know. I'll make it better, and then you'll like it after the update.
God bless you for doing all this. That's a lot of work, man. Honestly, you're doing a great
Thank you.
job. Keep it up. It's definitely beautiful.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's one of those things where I definitely had a couple moments where I was like, "Am I crazy?" And I was like, "It's okay to be crazy. If this is my crazy, just if you feel it, chase it."
No, it's not being crazy. I mean, you are so talented. It's unreal. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Thank you so much. I definitely really do appreciate it. I also appreciate LL Cool K and all of the other hosts that really not only connected me, but they started doing podcast interviews with me, and they've been behind some of the insight and innovation that we've seen as far as like the music bingo and things like that. Like any of the requests that they would make before we would even get back to our next week's podcast, I'm like, updates made. We'll talk about it more when we get back to our podcast. So it's really exciting to just connect with such great people who see the vision of how this can really help people and also appreciate how free it is.
Yeah, I would be charging if I were you. I mean, even if it's just a minimal charge of $2 a month, I mean, it's something to help you out.
Yeah, I think that there will be opportunities for generating income. I really think this will end up being like a multi-million-dollar business. But I think in focusing on providing tools on a more open, available resource level for everybody is a huge drawing factor. Keeping it primarily free, like if Facebook charged even $1 a day, so many people would delete their profiles. So having just a huge free aspect of it for the community is super important. And then a lot of like the hosts and the artists, we're not getting paid $1 million and things like that. So every night that we're working, every penny counts. So I definitely been trying to innovate and think of ways to implement some kind of like support system. Like I mentioned, we have this sponsorship where, if anybody on the call is like, "I'd love this, I'd like to help support it," you can do a one-time payment or a monthly payment. But I also think that there's opportunities with like grants and state level funding that I could look into before I charge specifically artists and hosts. And then when it comes to like maybe paid features, I want to kind of prevent a lot of that because I don't want to create my own system of hierarchy for artists and people within my own ecosystem. So I may make it so people can like pay a $5 feature for a front page, like they're on the first page of the hosts instead of like third or fourth or whatever page, to get a little more visibility without it making it required to experience all the tools for visibility, if that makes sense.
The guy with the orange vest, he looks familiar, Dwayne.
Mm-hmm.
That LL Cool K.
Yeah, because he's cool.
Yeah, I know.
It's cool.
But
And if
this is beautiful, man.
Mhm.
Congratulations. I mean, you really working hard at it, and God bless you. God bless you. You're very talented. Very, very talented.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And I thank you both for giving me opportunity to speak to it on this call today.
It's
Doing
an honor having
outreaches.
you. Honestly, seeing this work, it's truly an honor to have you here, showing your talent and offering this for free. I mean, DJs that are out there, this is a ticket here for you guys to get on there and boom. I mean, you're going to be basically known nationally. You know, you don't have to worry about YouTube, Facebook, whatever. I mean, that's all fine and dandy for yourself, but this here is going to even broadcast you even further.
I think one key grabber that I mentioned to people too is not only is this going to connect you with the people in your community fast, but think about the people that are traveling, like visiting different parts of the state, and they're like, I have no idea what's happening in this area. I'm bored. The only person that they have as a resource is their hotel concierge, if they have one, or Google to find out the closest restaurant near them. Or they have to be part of some kind of like Facebook group to see what's happening. This way, they can literally be in a different area, click use my location and find out where they are, what's happening near them, and immediately go enjoy their night in a whole different state that they've never been to. And now they're connected to that nightlife.
Who do you have in Pennsylvania and Delaware also?
I wish I knew geographically where they were. We have a lot of stuff over here. These are not always uploaded individually by a host. Sometimes they're just like somebody added them or I added the information. So they're like Haggerty's. We've got karaoke every Tuesday. You can click it to see more of its information. You can even share this event online. So that way you can like, hey, come check out this event. So people can quickly click the address and go. If there's an artist or anything connected here, you can click back to it too.
I mean, this is amazing. Amazing. I am totally shocked about how beautiful this is. Honestly.
Thank you. It's definitely had quite a few iterations. It was not always this pretty, but I feel very happy with the layout that I've gotten. It feels very cohesive. Like everything's actually related to each other, even though it's also different and different pages. Somehow it all has slightly similar styling that you still know you're on the same website.
Yeah, I love the layout, everything. I mean, everything is beautiful about it. Very, very beautiful.
Thank you so much. And again, this covers, karaoke, trivia, drag shows, theater, open mic, speed dating. What other kind of events did we have here? I forget because people just request them.
The reason I asked you about Brian K, because he does a lot of drag shows and stuff like that at 12 Penny Lounge, and also he goes down to Harrisburg to the Brownstone Pub, and then a place down in Delaware. I can't think of the name of that one. And
well, I would share this artist page because even if he's at all those different locations, it will show all of them on his calendar. So that way, instead of like you uploading them one by one and like no reference to that artist, if he adds them or they add them, they'll be able to have them an entire calendar showcasing their events, their upcoming events. People can subscribe every time there's a new event happening with them. And I think that it's really exciting to see how much drag performers are around, because even in Connecticut, I had some people that were like, I didn't know we had drag shows up here. I'm like, are you kidding me? There's so many. Yeah. So this is really exciting to see people realize the entertainment in their community. I'm like, it's in your backyard.
Yeah, exactly. I already share this on my Facebook page, but I'm going to share it right to Brian's Facebook page also. So this will go right to him, also.
Thank you.
No
I really
problem.
appreciate it.
No problem. Like I said, hats off to you. I mean, you're doing a great job. And it's so nice to see somebody, a DJ, being so positive towards other DJs, and not just DJs, drag performers, everything. I mean, you covered everything there. So hats off again to you, man.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I really wanted to make sure that we're reflecting the diversity of our community around us in a platform that equalizes it. Like, drag queens are just as a part of entertainment as live music, as bands are, as singers are. And I just wanted everyone to feel equal in a space. So that my logo back here really kind of hints to all the diversity of the arts. These little stars in the corner are slightly off center, reflecting like how entertainment is askew right now and people are getting different levels of visibility. And this like line across the middle represents the uh, outskirts of entertainment, those strange entertainment like emo, goth nights, things like that, that just don't get recognized too. But it's all part of an entertainment and an ecosystem that has the same place. And instead of struggling to find each other online and instead of missing out on what's happening in our community, it's just now here and we're actually connected now. You don't have to, what's happening tonight, not anymore. You can just have fun.
That again, thank you for being on the show. I wish I had been here right from the beginning, but I had a little emergency, and I'm simply, I don't know what to say because this is amazing, truly, truly amazing. I did a wedding a few years back. It was a Gothic wedding, and
That's cool.
I thought it was going to be also, but the only problem was the guests were about average age about 74. So they weren't into goth music. The other ones that were into goth music was basically the wedding party, which was about 8 to 10 people. And I'm like, oh boy, some of this music's gonna go over like a fart in church, you know? And it's like, I tried playing her music and people just didn't budge. So I went over to regular wedding music and boom, built the dance where she came up. She was like, Mike, just do what you're doing. I'm having a blast. I said, okay, thank you. You know, I mean, I know that's what you love. That was her thing, Gothic. That's what she loves. But you got to think about your guests too. Especially on your wedding day, they're giving you a present. Your present back to them is the food and the music. 6 months from now, they won't remember what they ate, but they're going to remember the music from that night. You know.
People, especially like I think that it's the concept of slight control, not in like a demanding way, but being able to control your experience is really important for a lot of people, especially when they're in an environment that's different or with families. Sometimes that's super the same. It feels even more important to be able to have some kind of say in your environment. So when I'm doing the karaoke hosting, I'm actually going to be doing a wedding coming up soon. And I mentioned that people can submit their song requests. And she was so excited by that because she's like, I'm going to have a set playlist, but I also want people to request a song and then see them get on the dance floor and dance to it because now they can request what they want to dance to. So it just gives them the ability to really have an input and, hey, I would definitely twerk to this if somebody played it. And then instead of them having to request it or anything, I'm like, hey, I got you, girl. And so all night they can just send me those requests and I'm like, twerk away.
You're a web designer, a DJ, a KJ. I mean, again, hats off to you. It's amazing. Truly,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm stuck for words, and that doesn't happen too often, right, Dwayne?
Nope. So with that said, let me jump on in so we don't end up making this a 2.5 hour show again.
No.
But the one thing I had told him when I first met him was I wish I had known about this website when I was still teaching because I like to play games in the classroom. And the part where it was doing the trivia question kind of things, that intrigued me because we used Kahoot a lot in our classroom where they project a question up on the board, a multiple choice, and then they try to race to find the right answers with their cell phones. So I had asked them if we can do like a trivia with everybody in the chat so that people in the chat, you'll be able to join in and answer these questions as well. So
it's amazing.
Yes. So we are going to do
trivia
90s hits trivia.
Right,
we'll just do a quick 10 question round. I'm going to show you on the screen where you go to join. Let me quickly set up and create the game. So you would create it as a host. The entire bar can actually vote for what trivia topic they want, which also helps because people get excited when their topic wins. So I'm going to do 90s hits.
So I can't remember. Was this something that we can only pick the type of trivia that's on the website, or can we customize one, make one up on the fly?
You can create it in your DJ settings. There's custom trivia, and that's where you'll be able to create your own customized trivia questions. That's great for when you're having a wedding or an anniversary, bachelorette party, anything like that, birthday parties. You can make those customized trivias about the wedding, the bride and the groom, things like that. And so it's really a customized trivia experience for everybody. And then it's specific to you, so that all that information isn't for all the other hosts to see. It's your specific question set. So if everybody is on the Karaoverse page and you go to hosts, you will go to DJ Radio, which is the first one at the top.
Okay, so we gotta go to the website. All right, let's.
Yes. Actually, let me make that button visible too for you guys. Trivia, save. Okay. So now when you go to the host page, host, DJ Radio, you're going to see play trivia.
So host. So I went to host, and
then DJ Radio is the first one.
Okay. Oops. Click on the picture, or does it matter whether you click on the picture or the
photo.
book? Okay.
It says on the photo, not the book now. That's the business link.
Okay.
And when you load in, you're going to see this play trivia option.
Okay. I'm there.
You're going to enter in your name.
I'm there.
I'll just put host. After you enter in your name, you're going to enter in the code, and it's going to be Boombox because it's 90s trivia.
Right.
All one word, and capitalization doesn't matter because it'll capitalize it for you.
Okay.
And once you click join now, you're going to see, I should activate the question. That helps. It's hard to play and to lead it.
Yes.
Activate. Okay, there we go.
So play trivia, welcome to 90s. All right, I'm here.
Okay, so you'll see the first question down here. Which band released the song Smells Like Teen Spirit? You'll click your response.
I don't see anything.
If you don't see it, click vote and then click back to play. You might have clicked in too soon.
Wait a minute. All right, go back.
Right here. At the top, you'll see this little vote button.
All right, wait a minute.
That just helps you refresh it.
Nirvana.
Yes.
Right,
and you have 30 seconds.
How come you're not trying to play, Mikey Mike? Shout out the answers.
I said Nirvana.
No, we try to do this to play like for real. I clicked on it. Why did it? Oh, submit answer. All right.
Yes, you have to submit. This is, if you're playing on your computer, it's probably a little more difficult. It's best optimized on your phone because when you're hosting on trivia night, it's mostly on your phone. When you're hosting it, the system for hosting is optimized for the computer though. So that's the answer to the first question.
Okay.
Then what you'll do is on the host side, they activate the next question, and this helps keep that connection between the host and the crowd.
Okay.
So you'll announce, all right, hit next question. They'll click it, and then you see which artist is known for the hit song Baby One More Time.
I got that one.
You'll have your timer. You just click your answer and then submit. The person that submits it first gets 100 points, second gets 75, third gets 50, and all other correct answers get 25 points. If you're incorrect, you get 0 points. You can, at the end, see your entire history, though, so that way you can see which ones you got right and wrong. So that was the second question. Go ahead and click next question.
All right.
What group had a hit with Waterfalls? What group had a hit with Waterfalls?
TLC.
On your host side, yes. On your host side, you also have the ability to see who's responded to the answers. Looks like we got LL Cool K playing on his side. We also have the ability to click and see the correct answer so we can announce it to the crowd. Did you get that wrong, LL Cool K? Or did you not respond yet?
TLC.
I see him in there. He's trying to play. So the answer would be TLC. Yep.
So, the players don't see like the leaderboard?
Not until the end.
Okay.
And I did that specifically because I was hosting and I've done a couple of hosting events with this. When people see the leaderboard and maybe they see that they're kind of towards the bottom, they lose interest and they stop playing. So I don't want them to lose interest or feel disheartened based on their position. I want them to just really enjoy playing the trivia, and then at the end, regardless of what position you were in, hopefully you had fun. But you will see the leaderboard at the end.
All right.
That's great right there.
So go ahead and click next question. The answer to the previous question, in case you're wondering, yes, was TLC. So who sang I Will Always Love You in the Bodyguard soundtrack?
Whitney. I'm just going to shout my answers out loud.
All right. or give us, or wait a couple of seconds and give us a chance.
Let them guess it.
No, wait. I'm the oldest
LL
one
Cool
here.
K got that one. LL Cool K is playing right now. He's enjoying it. He's getting them right too. And as mentioned, yes, the correct answer is Oh Whitney Whitney. All right. Go ahead and select next question. Which boy band sang I Want It That Way?
Wayne, you got to know this one, man.
Oh, I got it. I almost got it wrong because I get those two groups mixed up.
Boys.
I get them mixed up with NSYNC
I get them mixed
and
up too.
Backstreet. Because I have to remember one is they sing it, the other one is by that one. So I had to play that in my head.
Were you a NSYNC or Backstreet preference?
NSYNC.
NSYNC, yeah.
Justin.
I was Backstreet, but because I remember seeing on like the VHS tape, the video of the Backstreet Boys concert, and they were like flying around this like arena. They were all like hooped on wires. I don't know what they were doing, but I just remember seeing they're just like flying around. I was like, that is a show. They were just soaring through the sky and singing. I was like, that's crazy. So that one really stuck with me on VHS.
My daughter has all the NSYNC dolls, and she's 28, so she had them since they came out, you know?
Oh my gosh, that's really, I bet they're worth a lot of money right now too.
Yeah. Now she's a Harry Styles, not like, oh my God, Michaela.
So the correct answer was the Backstreet Boys for that
Yes.
one. Go ahead and select next question. What was Alanis Morissette's breakthrough album in 1995?
Come on. Wayne. Wayne.
I want to go. Dang it. I said what?
I'll say the wrong answer. City of Angels.
That's what I said. I was like, mine was between Jagged Pill and City of Angels.
It was Jagged Little Pill.
Yeah, that's why I said the wrong answer.
LL Cool K, you said you got a problem, but you're getting these answers right. He got that one at 100 points.
No, he stole them. That's why.
They may show up in different orders. I think it shuffles them depending. Each player sees a different order of them. That way, if somebody's like trying to cheat on you off the side, they click the same color as you, but it's a different answer. All right, we got 2 more questions for this round, and each round has in the template ones has 15 questions. The host is able to stop whenever, so really they get to decide when the show stops. Sometimes I'll stop the show if like I see that some people are slightly less interested. I'm like, all right, let's wrap this trivia round up, kind of thing. But a lot of people usually play till the end, and they get very competitive. All right, so let's see. Go ahead and select next question. Which group had the smash hit Bop?
Good, I'll say
Also
the wrong
use this
answer
time to
again.
play.
Yeah, I got this one.
Also use this to play the music in the background sometimes. And it's playing right now.
Does it matter how quick you answer as far as the points go, or just as long as you get the right point?
Yeah.
First person to answer correctly gets 100. Second person gets 75. Third gets 50. Everyone else is 25. And that kind of helps with cheating in one regard, because sure you can look like everyone's playing on their phone. Sure, you can look up the answer if you're fast enough within 30 seconds, but chances are somebody already answered it faster first and they got more points for it. So it really kind of creates that sense of urgency and fairness.
So before you could do the next one, so how quick? Because I noticed, like when I tried to do these type of games on like Zoom, when we had to do remote learning in 2021, there's like a delay. You know, when you stream, everybody don't hear it or see things at the same time. So that kind of like how does that play in a factor with this, or is it just like a regular website?
So this system is fast. It'll take in the responses immediately. When I click next question, it makes it available to everybody to then click the next question. So it's, again, as fast as you are paying attention to the host when they call out the next question. So that way you get the higher points when you're answering them. But if you do it like over a Zoom, it's kind of like this. Like I call out next question, you guys are answering as soon as you see it. It's fairly quick. There's not really much of a delay depending on like the size of it. And even if there was a delay, because it is digital, if like nobody can really hear me or the video is going slow, I could send in the chat like next question, and the chats are usually consistently sent more cohesively, so people will immediately know, click next question. And that's really only for digital experiences. Ideally, you would have like an in-person trivia night that you're doing these, but it can operate digitally too. I did this on Facebook, and I went live with it, and people were playing from God knows where. I had like a husband and wife playing from at home. I had a wife playing with her son in the kitchen together, and everyone was just like all over different states playing it. So technology is kind of good in that regard, and because it's trivia, it's not like a fighting for your life kind of game, so lagging doesn't impact it as much.
Okay.
All right, so then let's do the final question before we stop it. Let me pick a good one.
Oh, so you can pick the questions. It's not like it's in order. So you can pick whatever question you want in that.
Yeah, the host gets to like, I like to go down the list because it makes it easier when you activate one at a time. But especially if you're like going to wrap it up and you're like, oh, let me pick one of the good ones, you can see all the questions and the host selects which one they want to activate. And that's what sets it for you guys. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, I like this one. Go ahead and select next question. Who had a hit with Genie in a Bottle? Which one of these lovely ladies? I'm gonna answer that for like
I guess right. I wasn't sure. But I guess right. I knew it wasn't Brittany. I knew it wasn't Jessica for sure. I knew it wasn't her. It's between Christina and Jennifer.
Yeah.
See, I answered two wrong, Dwayne.
Huh?
I answered two wrong for you.
So at the end, click end game. You'll be able to click next question, and that will show the leaderboard. And all I do is on my host side is I click end game. It'll log the tracks for everyone. So if you're doing multiple round progression, you can track their points across multiple rounds to give out a prize for whoever won at the very end. But this way you can also just see the leaderboard, and if you click their names, you'll be able to see which ones they got right and which ones they got wrong, and then the correct answer, so that way they know for next time.
I'll tell you, this is great.
Thank you. And again, it's customizable. People can create their own questions as a host, really making it super fun. Like I said, it gets very competitive because people get really fast in their responses.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
But yeah, and the rounds can go very quick. Like if there is 15 questions, you can stop them again before then. You decide when the game ends. But you'll see because it tells you who's responded. You're able to see if they've responded already, you can keep the game moving. You don't have to wait for any other players. If you are waiting for somebody, I'll call them out. I'm like, hey, we're still waiting for you, Jimmy. Come on now. And then I'll see Jimmy's answer come in, and I'm like, all right, here was the answer. Let's keep it moving. So you're able to really like keep it moving in live time instead of having to wait into the moment. Because sometimes people, if they wait too long, they start having a drink, they get distracted, they stop playing. So this way you can see, all right, everyone's answers are in, let's go. But the game rounds can go definitely under 10 minutes. And they can do multiple different ones. Again, like I said, they can vote for the trivia topics. Let me set a vote code so you guys can see what that looks like.
I have one question for you, Jonathan. Do you have this? Do you have this copyrighted?
It is patented.
Okay. All right. Beautiful. Yep. Thank you. Is that this is too good? I mean, you work too hard for someone just to walk in and say, "Oh, I'm taking this over." No. I'm glad.
I definitely appreciate. Yeah. I patented it that was like, I felt a little crazy patenting it when I did because it was super in the beginning iterations of it. But I was like, I'm just gonna get it patented, and it was like $3,000. That was the most expensive thing that I spent for. But I was
Yes.
like, I really feel like I need this patent, and it took the greater part of a year because
Oh yeah.
as fast as they were writing the patent, I was creating updates to the website. And if they took too long, I told them I made all these updates. You have to add it to the patent now.
Yeah.
So now I have a yearly agreement with them, and every year at the end of the year, we do a big update based on everything that I've done in the past year. So the patent matches everything that we've created.
Awesome. Awesome. Like I said, it's too good for someone else just to walk in and steal it off from underneath your nose, you know?
Thank you. um, if you go into the vote section and you type in trivia 2, which is what I made the vote code for now, usually I keep it something simpler like pub or whatever keeps people happy. But you'll be able to click and see all of the trivia topics that are built into the system.
Oh,
I don't
Bob's
have to be a
Burger
Family
I saw up
Guy,
there.
Bob's Burgers, yep, Harry Potter, RuPaul's Drag Race, SpongeBob, History, so many, so many. And then, of course, you can create your own topics as a host as well. And if there's any other topics that you want as a template, you can just let me know them and I can add them to the system too. Another thing that people have been playing a lot, which I didn't think would be such a hit, was the word find. And we had to end up adding 250 more topics because we actually had somebody in California that played all of the original 80 topics for word find. So apparently people really do like word find at karaoke.
What
and
is
then
the
these other
DJ
games, like-
says?
that's like Simon Says,
Okay.
but with like DJ songs or DJ equipment. And then
Okay.
if you have your sound on, you would hear it. And you just try to keep following them until you can't remember anymore.
This is nice.
There's the emoji quiz where you try to guess what these emoji strings are trying to tell you, whether it's a song or something like that. We have a couple of topics like The Office and things like that, and you'll try to guess what character the string of emojis is telling you. We have lyric shuffle where you try to unshuffle different sets of lyrics. Some of these games are silly, a little rudimentary. They're not the best iterations of them, but they definitely work and they're just fun, silly things to do. The most advanced one right now is this one called Nelly Jellies, which is a really cool game I found from a developer on Reddit, actually. And this is a really cute game inspired by his 4-year-old daughter. And you just kind of consolidate these little jellyfish. And after a couple of drinks, I can guarantee this game gets slightly addictive. And super silly. Yeah, it's got little cute music and it's just super fun. And I've been looking for other little digital games to integrate into here because as much as I am a software developer, gaming is a whole different beast. And I really want to uplift the gaming developers currently in the community anyway, who are creating amazing things like this and are not getting much visibility. So I'm like, hey, I've got a whole bunch of drunk people that would love this game. And hopefully he gets a lot of visibility and things like that from his website or from his game that he's creating. But yeah, there's really just so much to do, and much like the real universe, it's ever expanding. It's just continuing to grow as we get input, as we get guidance, as we find things to be better. It's just going to keep getting better, week over week, month over month, and hopefully it really grows into be a nationwide hub that I know it's going to be. And I'm really excited to see it really benefit the entertainment community, as well as making the nightlife easier for everybody. You know, no more bad experiences for the hosts, no more 10 pounds of songs for you to figure out and organize. You're just enjoying yourself and you're having fun and you're being able to really, if you're a DJ, you can actually mix appropriately and you can connect with the crowd without having to worry about being more social than you need to be in different contexts that are more redundant. And it just kind of makes it a fun, connected, technological, but productive and connected night, you know. We have a lot of technology separating us right now, and there is this like slight social media addiction that I feel like we kind of all have where we're going to be on our phones throughout the night anyway, but this is a way to be on your phone and still be plugged into the night that you're experiencing.
Okay.
Cool. That's nice.
Any more questions? I really appreciate you guys very much. I know we covered a lot.
I'm speechless. I mean, this is amazing. Truly, truly amazing. And like I said, I asked you if it copyrighted patent, and thank God you did that. Because just looking at this, I could see people thinking, "Oh, we're going to check this out, and if it's not, we're taking it." And thank God you did that because
Yeah, I'm covered.
it's
People can't copy it. I remember when I
beautiful.
was writing out the patent too, because they have to they have to do verifications and validity that something like this doesn't already exist.
Yes.
And my patent attorney was so intrigued. He's like, I can't believe there is nothing like this out there. He's like surprising. He's like, there's things doing it in like pocket realms where they consolidate just the DJs or they consolidate just the artists, and then granted, they're still charging them just the same. But even within that sub community, it's still segregated from people actually finding what's near them. They're people planning a wedding don't know about this secret super website that's just for DJs and where to book all the DJs. But now they're going to be able to find that easier because they're going to be plugged into their regular karaoke nights or whatever nightlife experiences they're having. And through that, they're actually connected to their local talent. And now they're booking people in their area easier than ever before. And the proceeds are going to the people that matter. And really helping to uplift the local performers who are just trying their hardest. This is really a labor of love, and a lot of people are doing it because of passion, especially like when I think of drag performers, all the creative and artistic things that they do. It costs a lot, and so they don't have money to get these tools and resources, but I would love it if they did because we appreciate what people are doing in the community with their art, and I don't want them to go away.
Yes. Yes. God bless you, man. God bless you.
Yeah, we gotta have you back on the show sometime,
Yeah.
so we can go. So we can just pick one part of the website
Yeah.
and
So
just do a
big.
deep dive.
Absolutely.
It's such a vast universe of everything. I mean, because you're not just doing with karaoke, you're not doing it just with trivia. You're encompassing everything about the DJ world.
The Pride nights, the
Yes.
the art entertainment. Whenever people ask me, like sometimes people are like, "What is your website?" And I'm like, my brain glitches for a moment. I'm like, how do I comprehend to tell you it does everything?
Yeah, it's Heinz 57. You know, it
Yeah,
covers
that's so true.
everything.
Yes, it's ketchup. It goes in everything.
Yep, yep.
It'll enhance it. It's not meant to replace it. It's just meant to enhance it.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank
How
you for
old are
coming.
you, Jonathan?
I'm 31.
Oh my God,
Whoa.
I'm almost double your age. So
All right.
add 30 years to you.
Yep. So again, shout out to DJ Radio, Jonathen, for coming on the show. Let me see if I can stop sharing. Did it?
Thank you so much,
me see.
Jonathan.
Share. All right, there we go. Make sure we got everything back. And then last week, here's our winners from our chat leaderboard. We had DJ Cool Thing at number 1, DJ Mikie Mike at number 2, at Nuke. I should have blown this up. Let me see if I can get, because it was so many people on last week, and it's showing up these little things. And I'm thinking my eyes are getting bad too. All right, there we go. We had at number 3 had at A Nuke 9868. Then 4th place we had James King. Then in 5th we had DJ Will. Then in 6th we had Big DJ Service. Then in 7th we had DJ Adrian E. And then we had the Shuffle Couple in 8th. And then in 9th we had La Ruckus Inc. DJ Pretty Boy, Diego. And then in 10th we had Buddy TBM Productions DJ 1. And he's only down there because he came in late to host, kind of like fill in for DJ Mikie Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 11th, and I forgot to thank him. I didn't realize it until after we got off. And I would like to again thank Buddy for joining us on our show last week, filling in. And then in 11th, we had DJ Night Owl at North Georgia Weddings and Events. I think that's what it is, because it cut it off. And then in 12th, we had at Kenny V's 1796. Then in 13th place, we had DJ Fire 2020. And then in 14th place, which I got to contact him so we can do a follow-up to our third, I guess it would be, a third bilingual wedding with him and DJ Will. We had in 14th place at DJ Max Saint. And
Beautiful.
let's see if I can
Again, that website's amazing. Jonathen, amazing, buddy.
I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, God,
I
it is.
really
I
do.
mean, like for me, doing karaoke and say the guests coming in, and you have your certain, like say, 8 people, you know they're going to be there every week, and then they have they're not strangers, but they finally got enough gumption up to go up and sing, and you don't want to put them. Say if you had 8 regulars come in, you don't want to put them to be the 9th person. So I would go up and talk to a couple and say, hey, you're number 1, you're number 2, you're number 3. Can we throw so-and-so in as number 5 or number 4? Yeah, go ahead. So it was nice that they were nice about, but then you got some of them say, hell no, I was picked number 2. I was staying as number 2. So it's like, geez, this person doesn't sing that often. Then I had a couple singers that, it's like somebody taking their nails and just going right down the chalkboard. I'm like, oh God, how did I sound, honey? You're great, and those little white lies.
Yep, and I said at DJ, I forgot what I said, but I said his name wrong. So now I see it. I don't know how I missed it. I guess because the print is so small. It's at Big J DJ Service. So it's Big J DJ Service, not Big DJ Service. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And I see he shows up on Cool Things show. I think that's why I seen his name a lot. Him and Aga. So if you haven't done so already, you can join our Facebook group page. You can join the public group.
Dwayne, hang on. What are you gonna say? You miss it every week.
What?
You gotta smash that like button.
Oh, okay. Make sure you like and share the this video.
There you go.
Smash the like button. Yeah, because I only see, wait a minute. Can't see the numbers because when I look on my computer, it's not the update number. But 7 people here in the chat, so it should be at least seven lights.
We got 3. We got 3. Come on, people, smash that like button. I know Cool Thing did already.
Do it for the kitty.
Yes. We didn't have my kitty and our mascot in here, Clementine.
Because it's not 10 o'clock yet. No, it's past 10 o'clock. It's not. It's not
10.
time.
Yeah, she's mad at me because we got a new kitchen table, so it's not going over with the cats good,
Uh-huh. But as I was saying, you can join our public or private Facebook group page. You can either type in this long URL code or just go to Facebook and in the search engine, just browser, just type in Cue It Up DJ Podcast. You can join all our socials. You can join DJ Mikie Mike at DJ Mikie Mike on his Twitter and Facebook page or at DJ Mikie Mike 45. Let me move this out the way so I can see. Yep. You can also follow me on all of my socials at Hitman D Dub. And we didn't have what's your socials? DJ Radio.
At Harmonic Essence, or the Instagram for the website is at the Karaoverse.
Okay, and it's on your website. It's on the website. Under your profile.
Yeah. My personal social medias are on my DJ page under DJ Radio. Right at the bottom, you'll see them for easy clicking, and then the links for the social media for the website are on the homepage right at the bottom for easy clicking as well.
Okay, so I gotta make sure I put that in the description, and make sure I follow you too, because it just dawned on me. I was like, wait a minute. Okay. And then we did the socials. We have this thing called the DJ Collective Network Primetime shows, and it's where it's one culture and many voices. So welcome to our primetime DJ lineup, a weekly schedule of live stream shows built for DJs by DJs. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, we've got the knowledge, stories, and inspiration to help you level up. On Mondays at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube at DJ Cool Thing Official. It's for every DJ chasing dreams, no matter the odds. It's your time to spend with DJ Cool Thing. Then on Tuesdays at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch, join Buddy and his weekly guest panel of DJs for unfiltered conversations that matter. It's the DJ Roundtable with Buddy from TBM Productions, where it's real DJs, real stories, and real lessons, all at the round table. And you can follow him on, because I never mentioned it. If you want to catch him on Twitch, it's TBM Productions _Buddy. But then if you missed the live broadcast, you can see the rebroadcast every Monday at 1 o'clock on his YouTube channel at TBM Productions DJ1. And then on Wednesdays, you can make YouTube great again by joining DJ James King in the King's Court DJ podcast at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube on his channel at James.King HTX. And then he usually have a guest come on at 9 o'clock. And I think I can't remember if they say that he'll be back this Wednesday. I know he was gone last week. And this will be season 3 for him, starting up. And then on Thursdays, and we'll be back. Sundays is not our regular time, but if we have DJ Radio on, then we'll switch it to fit him on Sunday. But normally,
yes, definitely. Because I mean, I'm amazed by everything he's done.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you don't have a website and you want to get out there and get a fingerprint, online. And again, it's free. So it's free to try out. So, and that's why I want to ask you too. So how much customization does the individual have? I guess you could say the entertainer have if they do a profile or a website on Karaoverse. Oh, you muted. Let me make sure.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hosts are able to set a background image. You can use GIFs, which people like because they're a little more interactive and moving. So you can set your background image. You can select the custom colors for the entire gradients of your profile. So, and there's like 80 or 90 different color palettes, maybe even more. I think there's like 140 different gradients of colors that you can choose from. You can, of course, design your intros and welcomes and things like that. For the artists, again, they can customize their background. They can upload their profile image, just like the host can upload their profile image as well. And they can set colors, kind of differentiating their profile. So really between the background image and the color customization, it's almost like a new page every time.
Okay.
Awesome.
And
I love going to different profiles because I'm like, what did you do? And I've seen some really, really beautiful profiles and I'm like, wow, that's a nice profile. Some of the artists are very creative with the color schemes and styles that they use.
Okay. And then on Thursdays, we'll be back at our regular time this Thursday at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, The Hitman D-Dub. It's the Cue It Up DJ podcast with me, The Hitman D-Dub, and DJ Mikie Mike. And then also on Thursday, I finally got a chance to sit in on their show and be a participant as opposed to doing a collab with them. It's the Start to Spin DJ podcast with at LaRuck. It's on at LaRuckus Inc. YouTube channel, but it's hosted by DJ Pretty Boy and DJ Shay. And again, it's called the Start to Spin DJ podcast, and it starts at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then those that usually watch their show, since it's only an hour, they jump on and catch the Cue It Up podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Sunday, not on Sundays, I don't even know when they do the rebroadcast. But on Mondays, for sure, you can join Kevin on the show at times. And then you can also find DJ KJ Radio on the KJ Chill Room Karaoke Chat with Matt and Eric. You can join them live on Mondays at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern by just going to djntv.com/KJ Chill, or you can go to the Disc Jockey News TV YouTube channel and you can see the rebroadcast.
We've done a couple of full Karaoverse dive-ins with them as far as like how to create your profile, using the system for karaoke queue and stuff like that. So it's got some great video resources about getting started with Karaoverse.
Okay, and I saw that you had the link or something on the front of Karaoverse in that middle section.
Yeah, the Karaoverse Gazette is like our little newsletter about everything Karaoverse. And if the DJN TV one, if you click that, you'll be able to watch the video directly embedded into the website, as well as have the link if you want to join on Mondays at 7 p.m. You'll be able to use that link to click and join.
Okay. Yeah, I was on there for a couple of times. Kevin invited me over. But it's like I do karaoke, but I'm not a karaoke DJ. I do it every blue moon. So I get nervous coming on there because I'm afraid that I get on there and they start going, deep dive karaoke, and I'm sitting there looking clueless live.
Well, I love the people that go up there saying, "Can you add a little more reverb to? Can you do this?" I mean, it's like they think they're in a studio singing, and listen, you're in a bar, you whatever. It might be just a little event, but they think they're in a studio and they think they were actually singers, And then you have the other ones that just come up and just pick up the microphone and sing, and it's like, wow.
I do love the performances. I like when people put on a show, but I do like to remind them. I can't, like, for the people that sing really loud into the microphone already, they're like, "Can you turn up the mic anymore?" And I'm like, no, not anymore. I'm like, I can hear you so clearly. I'm not sure how many beverages you've had, but you are very loud and clear. I promise.
Yeah, it's then you get the ones that are like have a deeper voice and they want to sing Journey, and it's like they're trying to sing Faithfully or whatever song by Steve Perry. It's like, I'm sorry, you just don't have it, but you can't tell them that,
Honestly, I let them. I'm like, you sing whatever you want to sing, whatever iteration. I like to think of it because karaoke, you can't expect the song version, so you just think of it as like their version of it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's a nice version that you did of it, but really, because karaoke is it's one of the last free entertainments that it doesn't matter. It's ridiculously silly. So it's almost like the more ridiculous you are, sometimes the better, because my favorite singers aren't the ones who are the best singers. They're the ones that sang like Black Eyed Peas, and now the whole bar is singing with them super loud, and they're having a crazy fun time. And they don't sound like the Black Eyed Peas, but the bar is supplementing, and we all sound like the Black Eyed Peas with enough alcohol.
But this is the last one, because see, you like to sneak in these little conversations that keep things going, keep the show going. But we are going to do a short after show too. So.
Karaoke is meant to be fun, but some people do take it so seriously. And it seemed to me like when I was doing it, the ones that took it so seriously are the ones that didn't really perform that well. And they thought, because they went to places and they got trophies. And I don't know if they were just giving trophies out to everybody, because I'm like, how did you get a trophy? Like, oh boy. But again, Jonathen, thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful work. Keep up the great job. I definitely will be checking it out, and I'm going to share it on different places on Facebook and different areas on there. So definitely, I love it.
Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it, and especially man, D-Dub, I really appreciate the time you spent. So huge flowers and shout outs to you. I know you're giving everybody their flowers, but I hope you know that you're very much appreciated with what you're doing too, both of you. DJ Mikie Mike as well.
Thank you.
And then we're going to try to finish.
Okay, we're ready.
Let me go back because I didn't want to go through the. And then also make sure. Oh, now DJ Reese had an interesting I think it was a Facebook Live post where he was talking about over explaining. And we had I had just talked about that when I had did the solo episode about talking too much and over explaining. And that goes back to when Will was saying about his consultation thing, and I was saying you had talked too much. It's like as DJs sometimes, I know as teachers, we tend to want to over explain, and a lot of that stuff that we're talking about, the client doesn't even care. They just want the basic, just the information that they need. So make sure you check that out. And I want to say, didn't you share that on our? I know I liked it. I think I shared it and queued it up. If I didn't, I'll make sure I go share it in our Facebook group page. But make sure to follow at _DJ Reese _. He has the Recreate the Vibes podcast and the no
nonsense.
Yeah, no nonsense podcast or movement going on Facebook.
Yes.
So make sure. Oh, I forgot about this thing. I got all out of whack. I finally did my live video. I'm working on chopping it down so you can get I guess you could say the meat of the video, so you don't have to sit there and watch me and go through all my bloopers and blunders trying to put this photo booth together. But I finally opened up my Omega booth package and got it put together, and it looks nice. And it's not as hard to put together when you put it on the floor, on the ground.
Well, it was your first time putting it together too, and each time you put it together, it's going to get easier and easier and easier because you're going to know exactly where everything goes. You're not going to be second guessing. It's just going to be, it's just like DJing. The first time you get your first controller, where's this? Where's that? And every time you go out, it gets easy. Muscle memory, boom.
I was like that little baby on Instagram when I saw the lights. I have to show you that video sometimes. He's looking at the lava lamp, and then his mom put something in the water, and it lit up, and his eyes got all big, and you see his head all shaking, getting excited. So that's how I was when I turned on my photo booth for the first time.
Is Cleveland in the NBA Finals?
Maybe next year. Maybe they keep talking about getting the Milwaukee Bucks person. What's his name?
I don't follow the NBA. I do and I don't. I don't know them by name. My son would know every player. I mean, he's like boom, 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 boom.
Is it Guinness? Guinness. But I know they're also mentioning LeBron coming back, so that's what they're talking about.
I mean, you're a Browns, you're everything Cleveland. I'm basically everything New York except for basketball. I'm a 76ers fan, but the Jets, I just give up. I wear my colors. That's all,
Mm-hmm. So our thing is just like, yeah, we might suck in our division, but we're not as bad as the Jets.
No, I know. Nobody is.
All right, let's go ahead and finish. So
yes,
again, we
definitely.
got off task. But again, you can get your photo booth and use our code Cue It Up to get $500 off. And then he also has the Sigma video guest book for $7.95. You can get it in red, black, and white.
That's nice.
Also, follow him on his YouTube channel at DJ Biz School with DJ Night Owl Sean for North Georgia weddings. He has a lot of videos of talking about SEO and websites and all that. So again, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and videos. And our fade out message is create experiences and build your brand.
Mm-hmm.
So do you all have any last final thoughts before we head on out?
I want to thank Jonathen for being here. I mean, his work is truly, truly amazing. He's a true artist, inside and out. Thank you so much for being part of our show tonight, and definitely we have to have you back. Definitely.
Really an honor. And again, I really appreciate the kind words. I don't hear them too often. So especially getting them from people that I know really benefits. It does mean a lot.
I mean, I don't know how anybody cannot say anything kind about the work that you're doing, and then you're offering it for free. They're the ones that are. They're the ones that are. I don't even want to say what they are. You know.
That's just like being a musician, or like a church musician, or a DJ, definitely a teacher or a parent. It's like people that take things for granted, so you really don't get your flowers.
Yes.
And it's usually from people that don't know you. So.
And sometimes
a prophet is never realized in their hometown.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be from your best friend too. You know, so it could be from family. I come from a big family. I DJ'd one event for my family. That was it. I'm like, I don't care. They don't want to pay me, but they'll go spend $4,000 or $5,000 on somebody else as a DJ. I'm like, that's cool.
Yep. Newsflash: we have to stop this because we got to stop the presses.
We're ending.
DJ Cool Thing is not #1 anymore. It's like we so used to seeing him at #1. It's like the world just stopped. I was wondering what that earthquake was for a second. So we have DJ
I thought
Kelvin.
my floor was shaking here too.
Yeah, so DJ Kelvin took over the #1 spot. And thanks, Cool Thing. Yep, the photo booth was good. So it's just a matter of me learning how to work it. And then I know Sean said he has no problem jumping on Zoom, showing me how to work it and getting the iPad set up. And let me see.
You're rolling all night today, Cool Thing, until the last couple of seconds, man.
Yep. So he said, we got to think of something for Cool Thing to come back too. Think of a topic.
The hottest DJ on the beach, man.
Yep. Or do something on a Monday or something too.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that said, again, thank you again. I want to make sure I don't say thank you to our guests like I did last time. But thank you, DJ Radio, for coming. And thank you for everyone for joining us on this special day. And I hope you all were able to get something out of this. At least try it out if you don't do anything else.
You'd be stupid not to try it out, you know?
Yep.
Definitely. Jonathen, thank you.
Thank you again, you guys. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So hope everyone have a great week. Make sure to go out there and crush those gigs next weekend. So until next time, take care and stay blessed. And before it's time to spin, you got to remember to first cue it up.
Cue it up.
And then, we are doing that after show. So drop a message in the chat to let us know if you want to join, and I'll send it to you either through your Facebook DM or IG DM. So with that said, I'll see you all next week.
Practice and enjoy.
Bye.
Before the lights, 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 before the packed dance floors, before the name queued up, would mean anything. Been hustling over 30 years, working every single day. Music wasn't just a job, it was built in my DNA. The journey wasn't overnight. Still figuring it out. There ain't no changing me. There ain't no changing me. I can only be me. But the consistency stayed the same. Even if they don't feel the same. Cause no matter how high I go, I'm still the same OG. changing me. Can only be me. The